Welcome to News Briefs. So it's June 10th, 2025, and we're takes a quick look across the board today.
Yeah, lots happening. Protests, economic shifts, health news, even some culture.
Exactly. We're just trying to pull out the main threads, give you a snapshot of what's going on.
Okay, where should we start?
Let's kick things off in the U.S. Los Angeles specifically.
Right, the protests there. They've been going for what, 4 days now? Over immigration policies.
And it sounds like things escalated. I heard President Trump ordered in more troops.
That's the report, yeah. 700 additional Marines to back up the National Guard already there.
That's a pretty significant federal presence.
Mhm.
How did state leaders react?
Not well. According to reports, Governor Newsom and Mayor Boss, they apparently called it an unnecessary escalation.
Okay. And there's a legal angle, too, something about the Attorney General.
Yeah, Attorney General Bonta. Word is he's preparing, or maybe already filed, a lawsuit.
On what grounds?
The 10th Amendment, reportedly, arguing the feds can't just deploy troops like this without state permission. And the claim is this hasn't happened in, 60 years.
Wow. So a potentially big constitutional fight brewing there.
Definitely. Meanwhile, the White House is reportedly just calling the situation a riot.
And on the ground. Still tense.
Sounds like it. Reports mention clashes, pepper spray being used, so yeah, definitely not calm.
And it's not just LA anymore, right?
No, it's spread up to San Francisco, Oregon, Washington, other states too, reportedly.
Yeah, this feels linked to other pressures we're seeing. Like the talk about fiscal freezes at universities, the debate over emergency powers.
Yeah, it all seems part of a bigger picture of domestic tension right now.
Okay, staying with the U.S., but shifting slightly, there's new immigration ban.
That's right. It just took effect.
What does it actually do?
Well, it puts pretty strong restrictions on travel from 12 countries and then tightens up visa controls for people from another 7.
What's the official reason?
They're citing issues with document control from those countries and also high rates of people overstaying visas.
But there's pushback.
Oh, yeah. Groups like Oxfam reportedly called it discriminatory. And some NGOs are asking if it's really about security or maybe something else.
Interesting timing, though, because isn't something else happening with USCIS?
Oh, right. They apparently had to reactivate processing for humanitarian parole. This is for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans.
Forced by a court.
Seems that way, yeah. Federal court order, reportedly. Though it sounds like maybe new sponsor applications might still be paused. So it's messy.
Legal battles shaping policy on both sides, then.
And even within the Republican Party, you have folks like Representative Maria Elvira Salazar reportedly raising concerns for legal immigrants caught up in all this.
Okay, let's zoom out. Global economy. What's the latest from the World Bank?
Not great news. They've cut the global growth forecast for 2025 again, down to 2.3%.
Aye, the cut.
Main reasons cited are trade tensions and just general uncertainty from policies.
And that includes the U.S.
Yep. The U.S. projection is also down to 1.4%. The bank specifically mentioned President Trump's tariff policies as clouding the perspectives.
Any bright spots?
India, actually, still projected strong at 6.3%.
What about energy markets? Oil's been up and down.
It has, yeah, a recent rebound in prices. But big picture, global investment in new fossil fuels actually dropped 6% year on year.
Raises questions about future supply, doesn't it?
It does, and all this uncertainty, you see it on Wall Street too. Reports describe the mood as volatile, influenced by everything from social media buzz to, well, those unpredictable tariffs.
Okay, complete shift now. Tech and health. What's happening?
There's a big lawsuit against 23andMe. Multiple states are involved.
What's the issue?
They want to block the company from selling genetic data without getting really clear, explicit consent first.
This sounds like a major privacy case. Could set a big precedent.
Absolutely. Even with that, though, and the economy, the U.S. tech scene is still buzzing. Lots of big conferences happening. UGCOM-Tech Summit.
So still lots of activity. Now, on the health side, I saw some positive news about drug deaths.
Yeah, really significant news. Drug deaths among Americans under 35 dropped by about 40% in 2024.
40%. That's huge. What are they attributing that to?
It's seen as a real advance, possibly reflecting success in, prevention and treatment efforts, maybe specifically against fentanyl.
That's genuinely good to hear. Anything else on the health front?
Well, a big shakeup at the CDC. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. reportedly fired the entire vaccine advisory panel, all 17 members.
The whole panel. Wow. Okay. And looking ahead.
There's a WHX Expo coming up in Miami focused on bioengineering, apparently including space bioengineering.
Space bioengineering. Interesting.
Yeah, and international health programs, too.
Okay. Finally, let's look ahead culturally. St. John's Eve is coming up.
That's right, Nobles de San Juan, June 23rd. Celebrated in lots of places.
Any specific traditions?
Well, in La Boca, Buenos Aires, for instance, they have traditional bonfires, burn effigies, and down there it lines up with the winter solstice.
So wrapping this up, what stands out is just how fast everything moves and how varied it is. Local tensions, global economics, science breakthroughs.
Yeah, it really shows how interconnected things are. Domestic policies affecting trade, tech privacy impacting everyone, health crises needing global responses.
It makes you think, how do all these different areas, immigration, trade, health, tech, how do they all really weave together and impact everything from, markets to our personal lives?
Definitely something to keep watching.